Hello, I am from Group 2 and today we will be presenting about CODIUM fragile. Before I start with the introduction, I will introduce our teammates. I am Fernanda, the next one is Sufi, and then Valpert, and lastly Shami. Hello everyone, today I'll be presenting about an intriguing marine algae called CODIUM fragile, commonly known as dead man's finger, due to its spongy finger-like appearance. Taxonomically, it belongs to the kingdom Plantae, phylum Chlorophyta, class Ovophysae, order Biropsidilis, family Codiaceae, and the genus CODIUM. Its species is called CODIUM fragile. CODIUM fragile is found in coastal, intertidal, and subtidal zones, attaching to rocks, shells, and even man-made structures. It thrives in temperate to subtropical waters across the globe. It is native to the Pacific Ocean, but has become an invasive species in many coastal areas worldwide. Taxonomically, CODIUM fragile is characterized by a siphonous structure, meaning its body is made up of a single multinucleated cell without cross walls. Thank you. That is the introduction for CODIUM fragile.
Now we're moving on to the characteristics of CODIUM fragile. CODIUM fragile is a green, soft and spongy alga with branching structures called thalli. It contains both chlorophyll A and B, giving it its bright green color. Its structure is velvety due to small hair-like structures, and it can grow up to 30 cm long. It is a multicellular siphonous alga, meaning its body is made up of a single large cell with many nuclei.
Now let's get into the life cycle of CODIUM fragile. CODIUM fragile has three key points of life stages. First, we have gametophyte stage. This is the dominant stage where gametophytes produce motile gametes that are released into the water. Second, the fusion of gametes. These gametes combine to form a diploid zygote. And finally, sporophyte stage. The zygote can develop into a sporophyte, but this stage is rare because most reproduction happens vegetatively. Now, take a look at the diagram of the life cycle of CODIUM, showing upright thallus, cross-section through a branch, utricles, gametes, and dichotomous germline. The cross-section through the branch, fertile thallus, bottom left, shows the central filamentous multinucleate cell and the outer utricles. First, the diploid thallus produces a gametangia containing male and female gametes. The male gametes fertilize female gametes surrounded by mucilage, forming a zygote. The zygote then develops into a germling, and finally, the germlings grows into a new diploid thallus, repeating the cycle.
Now I want to discuss about the importance of CODIUM fragile to the economy. They are mostly known for two things. The first one is they are harvested in some Asian countries such as Korea and Japan as an edible sea vegetables that are rich in vitamins and minerals. They are also often used in cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, and fertilizers due to its bioactive compound, including anticoagulant, antibacterial, and anti-tumor properties.
Next, we're moving on to some interesting facts about CODIUM fragile. CODIUM fragile is a highly invasive species where it can invade multiple coastal areas all over the globe, such as Northern America and coasts of Mediterranean, Europe, and Atlantic. Beside me, we can see the example of the invasion of Northern America. It can be traced all the way back to 1957. In 1957, the invasive species can be found on the east or Gulf Coast. In 1977, it can be found on the west coast tidal. Next, CODIUM fragile is also an ecosystem engineer, where it can alter coastal habitats by its presence in multiple ways, especially in regions where there are no native CODIUM present. Moving on to some more interesting facts about CODIUM fragile is that it has buoyant branches. Unfortunately, this can disrupt the movement of scallops and other shellfishes, like oysters. It can make oysters float away from their beds, resulting in a low number of harvests. Other than that, did you know that you can eat CODIUM fragile? Yes, it's actually a very common food in Japan. A study was done by Kim Yoon-ji, a Korean microbiologist, where he showed that Codium fragile extracts can improve intestinal metabolism by modulating the gut microbiota. Yes, not only that, eating Codium fragile can also be beneficial for us because it is thrombolytic, it is an anticoagulant, antioxidant, and anti inflammatory.